Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi. If you've been here before, it is nice to see you again. So in today's video, I'll be talking about natural hair for beginners. So there are a few things that I wish I knew that before I began my natural hair journey. Just a few things that I wish I knew, and I'll be sharing those things with you. If you've been in natural hair game before but you still feel a little bit overwhelmed by everything, this video is going to help you. If you're just starting your natural hair journey, this video is going to help you. So starting your natural hair journey, if you've never been natural before, it's a whole different thing. If you were on relaxed hair, the way you comb your hair is going to change. The kind of products you use is going to change. If you were on low cut before and now you decide to grow out your hair, everything is going to change. So you have to be ready. Number one thing that I would say is that you should be mentally prepared. So you have to be mentally prepared when you want to start your natural hair journey. Like I mentioned before, this is a new thing. If you've not been natural before, it's a new thing. You're going into a new dimension. I mean, the things that you're used to is going to be different from the things that you are used to. The kind of products you use, the tools, and all. So you have to be mentally prepared. Ask yourself, do you really want to do this? For me, I started my natural hair journey because I was tired of relaxers. Relaxers were always damaging my hair, always hurting my scalp, and I was tired. And that is why I just keep pushing and keep trying my natural hair journey, because I know what it feels like to be on relaxed hair. That's my own personal experience. It wasn't good at all. So that is what is keeping me strong in this natural hair journey. So be mentally prepared for for change and for all that. So number two, I would say, is know your hair porosity. Okay, so when I started my natural hair journey, all I knew is that I was going natural. I was going to be carrying a fro. It's going to look nice, to be wonderful, but I did not know anything about hair porosity. Hair porosity is how well your hair absorbs water. Now, knowing your hair porosity would help you to choose your products wisely, help your wash day process. Basically, you know the kind of products that work for you. You know the kind of hairstyles that would work for you. So that is what knowing your hair porosity would help you with in a nutshell. You have to know your hair porosity. Now, there are three types of hair porosity. You have low porosity, medium, and high. For high porosity, your hair absorbs water very fast. It absorbs moisture very fast, but at the same time also lets go of moisture very fast. For medium porosity, it's perfect. It absorbs the right amount of moisture. It holds on to the moisture for a right amount of time. Then for low porosity, it is hard for moisture to get into the hair. It's very hard for moisture to get into the hair, and also hard for it to come out. Now that seems like, oh, it's a good thing. When you just washed your hair and you want to dry your hair out, for low porosity hair, you'll be there for a while before your hair dries completely. Not completely like desert dry, but like for it to let go of reasonable amount of moisture. It also takes a lot of time. So know your hair porosity. That is number two. Number three on my list is moisture. So moisture is key when it comes to your natural hair journey. When I was relaxed, I didn't know anything about moisture. I would just rub hair cream, comb my hair, and that's it. But for natural hair dries out fast. So you need to always moisturize your hair. And I'll quickly explain why. So we have our body secretes natural oil called sebum. Now, for people with straight hair, the sebum glides down the hair easily, so it coats the hair strands. It coats the hair strands, keeping your hair moisturized for a long period of time. But for coily hair, for 4C hair, your hair is coily, so it's not easy for the sebum to slide down your coil and coat your hair fully. That is why for we with 4C hair, this wonderful kinky hair, we have to moisturize our hair as often as possible. So moisture is key. I like to see the hair as a plant. If you don't water your plant, it will get dry. It wouldn't grow. It will get dry and to break off easily. It's the same thing with your hair. If you're not moisturizing your hair very often, you're leaving your hair to dry, it's going to cause your hair to break, and you don't want that. Especially, you want your hair to grow basically, so you don't want to reverse your growth process because you're not moisturizing your hair. So there are two main ways of moisturizing hair. There's the LOC method and the LCO method. For the LOC is liquid, oil, and cream. For the LCO is liquid, cream, and oil. So your liquid can be your leave-in conditioner. You just spray that on your hair, then you apply your heavy cream. all this moisturizing cream, and then you use your oil to seal it. Now for LOC, you put liquid, you put oil, and then you put your cream. Now, how do you know which of these methods to use? It depends on your hair porosity. That is why knowing your hair porosity is like number one thing that you should know when you want to begin your natural hair journey. After you've mentally prepared, just know your hair porosity. So number 4 on my list is deep condition regularly. I wish somebody told me this. Deep conditioning is you using deep conditioner on your hair. You leave it on your hair for a period of time, so it actually enters into your hair shaft. What deep conditioners do is that they help you, they provide your hair with nutrients, internally, and they give your hair moisture. So all this LOC, LCU that I just explained, all those are just like surface stuff. What a deep conditioner does is deep into your hair. From the name, deep conditioner, it helps you to treat your hair. It helps you to repair any internal damage that you may have in your hair, maybe from excessive styling. When you're always styling your hair and putting lots of stress on your hair, deep conditioners can help you to repair any damage that is occurring within your hair strands. So I would advise that you deep condition once a week or once in 2 weeks. That's what I do. I deep condition every 2 weeks. You have to deep condition regularly. So the next thing on my list, number 5, is trim your hair. Now I know that a lot of people don't like to trim their hair because they feel, I'm going to lose all my length and all. You have to trim your hair. The ends of our hair are the oldest part of our hair, and they are very weak and brittle. If anything goes wrong with the ends of your hair, be rest assured that your hair is basically damaged, because when your ends are damaged, it can lead to split ends, or the occurrence of knots. Our hair is coily, so they're always intertwined, so this can cause knots in the hair. Now, having lots of knots on your hair can cause resistance when you are combing out your hair. When you're detangling it, will cause resistance and cause your hair to pull out. And also for split ends is basically when one strand of hair divides into two, and then it just keeps dividing, and then before you know it, your hair is breaking. That's what causes hair breakage. So you have to trim your hair. By the time you're having split ends or not, by the time you just cut it off, you have done yourself more good. You trimming your hair, you're avoiding any damage that could happen to your hair. So trimming your hair is important. Don't feel like, I'm going to lose so much length. Make sure that you trim your hair, because if you don't trim your hair, you eventually lose the length that you were preserving. If you don't trim your hair, when you're trimming your hair, you don't have to trim up to an inch. You can trim less than an inch. You can trim your hair once a year. You can trim your hair twice a year, or you trim your hair when you feel it's damaged. For me, I trim my hair when I know that my ends are feeling rough, feeling like something is wrong. Sometimes when you braid your hair, you notice that the ends are unusually puffy. Sometimes it could be because of split ends. So when I see that my ends are feeling rough and all of that, I give myself a trim. Number 6 on my list is protective style the right way. I'm sure you've heard of protective styling. Now, for a style to be protective, basically from the name, is protecting your hair, yeah? For a style to be protective, it mustn't cause tension to your scalp, and your ends should not be exposed. So what protective style does is that it protects our hair from manipulation, protects our hair from dangerous weather conditions, like when it's harmattan in Nigeria or winter in other places. The weather is going to be dry. So by the time you are using a protective style, it protects your hair from the harsh weather conditions. And also, protective styles causes us to not manipulate our hair a lot. When you're not in a protective style, you manipulate your hair, you keep combing, you keep brushing, you keep changing styles. It's going to stress your hair out. So you want to start doing protective styles like box braids, like mini twists, like bantu knots. The lot of styles that are protective. Now, for a style to be protective, make sure that it doesn't cause tension to your hair, to your scalp, and make sure that your ends are well protected. Your hair is actually well protected. So number 7 on my list is wash your hair in sections. Now, back when I was relaxed, when I go to the hairdresser's shop to wash my hair, just wash it anyhow, pour water, put conditioner, and you're good to go. Now, natural hair, I've mentioned that our coils are always intertwining. which causes tangles. So when you wash your hair in different sections, you are reducing the amount of tangles in your hair, which will make your detangling process easier. So when you are washing your hair or you want to apply products in sections too, because it will make sure that there is equal distribution of products. If I just pour conditioner on my hand and just rub it on my hair, some parts of my hair will not have that product. So what I have to do is section my hair into different sections and apply products, or wash my hair in sections. I always wash my hair in like 4 sections. I divide my hair into 4 and I wash my section by section. So another thing that I would say is that number 8 on my list is to have a schedule for your hair. Now, when you are starting your natural hair journey, you want to make sure that you have time for your hair. You can't rush styling your hair. You cannot rush washing your hair, because our hair is so fragile. You want to take time when you are doing things. So have a schedule for your hair. Draw out a plan for your hair. Have the days that you want to moisturize your hair. Know when you want to wash your hair, and make sure that you are free that day. Not that you want to, let me just quickly rush and do this, rush and do that. It's not going to work for natural hair. Make sure that you have schedule for your hair. Be ready to sacrifice time for your hair. Yeah, I mean, God gave us a crown. We have to take care of this crown. So the next on my list is to be patient. Patience is key. So some people just start natural hair journey and then it's like, oh, my hair is not growing, I've used this product, use that product. Calm down. Stick to fewer products. That's one thing I want to say. Stick to few products. Stop using so many things on your hair. If something is working for you, keep using that thing and just be patient. Be patient with your hair. Your hair is going to grow. Our hair always grows. Trust me, if your hair doesn't grow, you'll be bald by now. My hair is always growing. It's always growing. It's just that sometimes length retention is a problem. But our hair is always growing. You have to be patient when it comes to this natural hair thing. Be patient. And so the last thing on my list, number 10, is love your hair. I don't want to sound deep or anything, but your hair can feel the energy that you give it. If you give your hair a lot of hate, you say a lot of negative things about your hair would never give you something positive back. But if you love your hair, you treat your hair like a person. Show your hair love and care. Be gentle with your hair. Be patient with your hair. Your hair will definitely yield good results, positive results. So above everything I have said, love your hair. Loving your hair is very important. So thank you for watching this video this far. I hope that these tips would help you with your natural hair journey, and I just wish you more growth, more volume, and every good thing that we need for our natural hair. Thank you for watching this video this far. Bye.